There's a kid in Ohio who once had $4 to his name. Today he flies private. He has met the president. He has broken a Guinness World Record just by screaming into a microphone. And somehow, every single year, he gets bigger, weirder, and impossible to look away from. This is the story of how the internet made a monster and then completely lost control of him. His real name is Darren Watkins Jr., born January 21st, 2005, in Cincinnati, Ohio. As a kid, they called him Speedy because he ran fast and because he had a habit of sprinting away from neighborhood dogs. Nobody in that house was thinking about YouTube fame. His parents split up when he was young, and his mom became the one raising him day to day. Money was tight. This was not a kid with a fancy camera setup or a manager or a plan. This was just a kid with a PlayStation and way too much energy. In 2016, at 11 years old, Darren made a YouTube channel. He called it iShowSpeed. The first videos were exactly what you'd expect from an 11-year-old. NBA 2IF gameplay. No commentary tricks, no editing, barely any views.
Yo, lock in, my nigga. Green the shot, bro.
For years, this channel sat there doing basically nothing. While other kids were out living normal lives, this one was grinding uploads that maybe 40 people would see. That's the part everybody ships when they tell this story. Before the fame, there were years of absolutely nothing happening. Then, things at home got hard. A clip of Darren reacting to a video game got reposted by a huge page, and the comments turned ugly, and it caused real conflict between him and his mom. So he made a decision most 11 or 12-year-olds never have to make. He packed up and moved to Detroit to live with his dad. He didn't even have his own room. He shared a bedroom with his uncle. And in that cramped room, with a PlayStation camera and nothing else, he started streaming full-time. Not as a hobby anymore. This was survival mode. By 2021, something started shifting. Clips of Darren's streams, specifically his over-the-top, screaming, throwing hands at his own controller reactions.
God is good! Okay! I knew it, bro. I read this everything.
Started getting ripped and posted on TikTok. And TikTok did what TikTok does. It exploded. People weren't watching for the gameplay anymore. Nobody cared if he was actually good at NBA 2 if. They were watching for him, for the chaos, for the fact that you genuinely never knew what he was going to do next. His subscriber count, which had been crawling for 5 straight years, suddenly started climbing by the hundreds of thousands. Around this same time, Darren found soccer, and specifically, he found Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I love you, bro! Oh my God! We're down the road! I love you, bro! Please, please! Oh my God! I love you, bro!
You real tall, baby! Ronaldo!
This wasn't just liking a player. This became a full personality trait. He started playing FIFA on stream. He started doing the CU celebration in every single video. He got invited to play in a real charity match against the Sidemen. And the more unhinged his Ronaldo content got, the bigger his audience got with it. This is the point where Darren stopped being just a gaming streamer and became something the internet had never really seen before. A full-blown character that felt more like a cartoon than a real person.
This shit! What?
In November of 2022, right before the World Cup kicked off in Qatar, Darren dropped a song. It was literally called World Cup. It was chaotic, it barely made sense, and it did not matter because it went completely viral. The music video has been watched over 200 million times. Warner Records signed him off the back of it. A kid who, 3 years earlier, was streaming NBA to it, to nobody, now had an actual record deal, an actual hit song, and his voice was playing in bars and stadiums during the biggest sporting event on the planet. Growth this fast doesn't come clean. Darren got permanently banned from Twitch in 2021 after comments he made during a stream crossed a line.
I got a psychological question, okay? Say if we're the last two people on Earth and we had to reproduce to make the world continue, would you reproduce them?
No, because that means our kids will have to intertwine and then their kids, no.
If we the last two people on Earth, who gon' stop me?
Jeez.
You're not stopping me!
His YouTube channel has been suspended more than once. He's caused actual pandemonium just by showing up in certain countries. Streams cut short because crowds got out of hand.
Give me back! Give me back! Give me back!
This wasn't a smooth, controlled rise. This was somebody getting famous faster than he, his team, or honestly, the platforms themselves knew how to handle. But instead of slowing down, Darren went global. He started doing in real-life streams in country after country. China, Brazil, Norway. Random towns most of his American audience couldn't find on a map. He became this strange kind of cultural ambassador, showing his massive audience what life looked like on the other side of the world, all through the lens of a chaotic 20-year-old screaming about football. He's met world leaders. He's taken a wrestling move from Randy Orton at WrestleMania. At this point, there's genuinely no version of fame left that he hasn't touched. So why did this work? Why him? Out of literally millions of kids who tried to make it as a streamer. Because Darren never performed a character. He just turned the volume up on being himself and never turned it back down. Every reaction is real. Every scream is real. In a world full of creators who plan every second of content, Darren built an empire by being almost completely unfiltered. The internet didn't make speed. Speed just refused to be boring. And the internet rewarded that faster than anyone expected. From a shared bedroom in Detroit to headlines on every continent, Darren Watkins Jr. didn't get lucky. He got loud and he never stopped. The internet moves fast, but for one kid from Cincinnati, it still hasn't quite caught up. If you want to see how this story keeps going, hit subscribe, because knowing speed, the craziest chapter probably hasn't happened yet.